I'm thinking about it.
What was the moment you knew that you wanted to start a business?
The moment I wanted to start a business, I'd say it was when, just after lockdown really. After lockdown, when I said, okay, cool, because where I messed up is, you know how during the lockdown people were getting like, their jobs were paying their wage and stuff, so we didn't have that. Because obviously it was commission only, so we didn't have no salary to fall back on. And like I was thinking, well, okay, so I've made this company all this money throughout all these years, but the second that you kind of, things go left in the economy, they can't just have my back for a few months.
Yeah.
Bro, I was doing Uber Eats. Like, I literally had to save up, at £200 I bought a Carrera e-bike.
Yeah.
The old one. The new e-bikes now, they're like little motorbikes, but back then they were literally like e-bikes that help you up the hill.
Yeah.
So I tried to do the Uber Eats with the normal bike at first. Weren't banging, because obviously it gets tiring, you get me?
Long,
With the e-bike, when you go on the hills, it helps you up, so I could work longer. So I went from sales manager, doing, £1,000, 1,500 quid a week in sales, to doing Uber Eats, because I had no salary whilst lockdown was going on. But it was either that, or I don't, you get what I'm saying? Because I had an expensive apartment at the time, so I was like, bro, like, how am I going to pay my bills? Like, I've got savings and stuff, cool, they're going to run out soon though, so I've got to still keep money coming in. So I was banging out Uber all day. And I think the most I made in the day on there was like 120, but I had to kill myself to do it. Like, it was long, bro. Like, it's not as easy as it is now. Like, but back then it was graft. Like, he was getting £3-4 for it.
How does it work? Are you just trying to just pick up on the app, like there's a deal there, so I'll go and get that?
Yeah, so you download the app, and it was like you position yourself near the restaurant, so as soon as that order comes in, it goes straight to you.
Okay.
So you go pick it up, go deliver it off, and like, because I was good at customer service, I was getting decent tips and stuff. So like I'd drop the food off, but I'd have a 30-second convo with him too.
Yeah. To
make myself different than the other delivery drivers. So like when I was dropping off, they were like, "You're a pleasure." No one's ever asked me how my day was. Like, they just ask, "Oh, can I have your code?" and you give it the food.
Yeah.
I was actually asking them, what did you order? Like, how's your day been? How are you coping with COVID? Is your family okay? Like,
this helps with the business though, bro. Helps every little bit, man. Bro, along the way, it's little things, bro.
That small detail there, they were like, people ask me why am I doing this job, and I'm like, you don't even want to know. You don't want to know, but
in between,
bro, there's no ego when it comes to bills, bro. Do you get me? Like,
100%. I
was in 1,500 grand, my best ever week. I was like, I think it's like £2.5 grand in a week. That was my best ever week in sales, and it was like,
that's crazy.
And then I've gone from that life, living in the penthouse in town, to Uber Eats on a bike. Didn't have a car, nothing, just anything to make the money, because there was no job you could start quick enough to get paid. I can go start a normal job at customer service, but you know how it is when you start a salary job, you don't get paid to like the next month and stuff like that. But I got bills now, so I needed something I can get money from straight away. That's legal, you know that. But that could do something, and that was it, bro. You know what I mean? But that's when I knew, okay, cool. I can't rely on nobody else. If I do it myself, I know I can rely on myself, because I can have savings, I can do this, and I can control. If COVID happens, I'll be prepared this time, because I've got things in place now. Whereas the company that I was working for before, I was just a number. I was just, okay, he's getting the sales, that was it. There was no
thing, but that's how they look at you.
You're a number, bro. You're a number, and I was making money, bro, but I'm a number at the end of the day. I'm replaceable. Do you know what I mean?
That's crazy to think, bro, but that's how they think in the whole people, bro.
100%. Like, if I had like a career-ending like thing that I couldn't work there no more, they replace me tomorrow, bro.
It's crazy. It's true though, man. Especially my old company, they would just dash you at the door, like no one even, like you wouldn't even there.
You churn you out, churn you out, bro. Facts.
I've seen people in that position where like they say, oh, you finish tomorrow. Like no remorse, you know, like they've got to find another job that quick. You finish tomorrow. Like it's crazy.
There's no emotion now in jobs now. People are just doing a job to pay the bills now. So I'm like, okay, cool. There's only so long you can do that. Like eventually you've got to do something that's at least getting you towards where you want to go. Because you don't have to be happy doing the job you're doing, but you got to have a plan at least in it. Like, cause some people, they want to do they love their job they're doing, and they want to level up in that job, no problem. But you know the ones that are doing something they hate, I'm like, okay, cool. If you're doing something, you should be working towards leaving that to do what you want to do in it. Like, if that means you've got to work that job for 2 years to save up enough to take the risk to start something of your own, that's fine. Or it might be like save up some money to get yourself more qualifications to then go into this sector, for example. But people just stay unhappy.
Nah, that's me and Carl said the same thing about this. Like when we started doing YouTube and stuff, it wasn't really into our fun. Now we really enjoy it. Like, genuinely like to do this stuff. And plus,
Makes you more confident as well.
Yeah, exactly. I find it hard to talk on camera before, even do like the audio, but now I feel like I'm way more well spoken after.
Like,
I don't really care about the cameras being there.
I bet it wouldn't be hard for you to go and speak to random people now.
Nah, very
whereas
easy.
compared before.
It's taught me a lot of life skills, like just doing this now. Because even talking to you, like people get a lot of nervous like when I see cameras like this, but now for me, I don't think they're there, bro.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm having a convo with you, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I forget that there's
There's no camera there to me. Like, it's an actual convo, and it's not like man trying to act up for the camera. Like, it's organic. You know what I mean? Like, when you're just being yourself, like, it's comfortable. Do you know what I mean? It's just smooth and it flows.
That's what I said. There's never much to really even edit out.
Yeah.
Because it's combo, like you
Yeah,
said, like it's just.
That's the best way, though. Like, even just the fact that you man have got to look at it from this side as well. Then the fact that the combo's so smooth means you're doing something right as well. Though.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because if you like were stuttery, if you were this and that, you weren't prepared yourself. Like, you got you be prepared. You know what I mean?
It's like one thing about you said about stuttering. There was one time on the episode, I remember when I just couldn't get more words out, bro. Like I was struggling.
It happens, bro.
And I was like, let's edit out. And I was like, Carl was like, nah, that's staying there, bro.
Nah, it was real.
But then I think about it, like, it's
real,
gonna be unity. That's what I'm
Deep
saying.
on the real,
It's
bro.
guys.
It's like Instagram filters, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to look perfect all the time. I need to see when you got a spot sometimes. You get me,
I
like.
remember them old Samsung photos, man. Just take all the features off your face.
Yeah.
Bro. I'm like, bro, what is that? That is not you,
Bro,
fam.
literally, bro.
You know what I'm talking about, it, fam. There's the effect of just. It's like
The we characters, bro.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Not fam. No
You know what I mean?
features.
But nah, man, genuinely, like, you lot are, the conversation skills
Yeah.
so good in the sense where, as I said, until you mentioned camera, then I forgot it was there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You get me?
It's just got a lot easier, bro. A lot easier.
Yeah, that's good, man.
And I've started watching them back as well.
Giving yourself
Started,
feedback on it.
yeah, just counting the amount of times I pause or say or like.
It's getting a lot smoother, bro. I wouldn't even
Yeah,
actually said it now.
Yeah.
Want to become a better speaker in general. So
Bro, it's such a good life skill, but communication is the game changer for everything. Like, I go to, when I go on holiday, for example, like, we just even when we went to Marbella, we was just chilling, like, but we had a little aura about us, a little vibe going on, like our own little vibe in the vibe kind of thing.
Yeah.
And people ask me, like, what do you like do? And when I speak to them, I love when people ask me, well, what do you do? I'm like, oh, we've got a dry cleaning company and I'm launching an oil company. They're like, an oil company? Like, it's a conversation.
It's fascinating, though, when it's
bro, they're like,
fascinating,
what do
bro.
you mean you starting an oil company? And then when I whack up my phone and I show them, they're like, like,
That's what I'm saying,
bro. And it's like, as soon as you start speaking, next thing you know, I met this lady that was from France, and she was like, oh, my husband's an investor, like, and that just comes from a conversation. Like, if I weren't able to articulate what I do.
You see, bro, this is why you're sick, bro. This is
get
how I
me?
rate it, fam.
Bro.
Once you had a conversation and then she mentioned that her dad's an investor.
Bro.
You said nothing about that shit, you know?
I didn't mention it.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's
literally,
crazy.
like, we've met so many people, like, even Charlie Stuff, like, we was in,
Oh, yeah, I saw that,
was
yeah.
in outside of Malmaison, just literally showing the van to the Malmaison, because I was trying to get a deal with the hotel, and he just so happened to be going past, and it was like, I tried to stop him, and the security was kind of like a little bit, but then I quickly, within like 5 seconds, you know, like an elevator pitch,
Yeah.
give me 5 seconds of your time, kind of thing, like really quick. And he said, okay, cool. Stopped his security, pulled up to the van, had a look. He's like, bro, this is unbelievable. Like, obviously, you know, I do AU and stuff. Like, obviously, I got quite a lot of capital there. Are you looking for investors? I didn't ask for investment, but I just asked him, can I show you what I've got going on?
Yeah.
That was it. Do you know what I mean? I
I'll
could
rate it,
have
bro.
bored him to death and put him off, whatever. But that's short, direct, get his attention.
Yeah.
Like, the skill to be able to talk, bro.
Yeah. 100%.
Big skill, bro. Big skill.
But when you said you was outside the hotel, what was you trying to do? Was it like just get a deal with parking outside and just asking people?
Nah, so obviously the sick thing about the van, because it's so visual,
Yeah.
like, and no one's ever seen it before. Every time I park, I just open the door so people can walk past and see the pumps.
Yeah.
And they're like, what is that petrol station in the van? And it gets a lot of traction anyway.
Yeah.
But I was actually speaking to the hotel because obviously a lot of our deals we're doing with like hotels is like, you see it looks like a car park. We're trying to get a deal so that we can have the van stationed in the car park.
Okay,
So obviously as
yeah.
people are parking up like a valet, we can actually fill people up in the car park.
Yo, that's a
Do you know
good
what I mean?
idea,
So,
bro.
yeah. So it's like,
Because you know what I mean, hotels always having people there, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Sick
And
idea.
the
leave off after
Exactly,
the
bro.
The sickest thing about the kind of, we can go in there with a bit of cheek now, because it's like, listen, whether or not you do a deal with us or not, guests that stay at your hotel will order our vans to come in. The same way they order
Yes.
like hotels
Yeah.
can't stop people using Uber Eats. They can't stop people using Deliveroo. So you may as well partner with them or make some sort of deal to make it logistically easier.
Yeah.
Because our vans coming to the front of your hotel every 5 minutes would be a logistical nightmare. Because they're like all the supercars out front, they like it to look really pretty.
Yeah.
They've got to the hotels in it. So I'm like, if we can actually have a section where it's not taking up much space, but it makes it easier. So people ain't got to keep calling new vans here.
Yeah.
The vans ain't got to keep coming to your hotel, we just have one station there. And then that way it's easy for the guests to just do whatever, and it adds value to you, because you can actually offer your guests, we can have your car filled up, we can have it washed whilst you stay at the hotel.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
You got the right idea going on, fam. That's what I'm gonna say to you.
Yeah, man.
Serious.
I have to, bro.
Or one thing I will say is, what's something no one told you about running a business? Like, what's something?
I'd say at first, the hours, like, if you think you can open a business and it's gonna be 9 to 5, you've got no chance. Like, there's times I've worked like 18 hours a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, even when I first got the shoe cleaning unit, like, we had to buy a little sofa because I was doing so many orders that, like, it was actually a hindrance to go home and come back. So I literally had to have a sofa there that I can have 2-3 hours sleep and get back up to cracking on, because that 3-4 hours, that journey home, sleeping 7 hours at home and coming back to the unit, I could have done so much more orders in that time.
Yeah. And
it was to the point I was so overwhelmed with orders that I weren't. Like, my issue was being able to delegate. So that was one of the biggest things no one told me, is that you can't do it all yourself. So I was trying to do everything myself and overwhelm myself. And then when you're tired, the quality dips, and like all of a sudden they're putting out rubbish products now. Then you're gonna affect your sales and everything, all because you wanted to not share the workload with other people. I was like, okay, cool. Let me get a helper. Got a helper to start prepping, doing bits and bobs, and all of a sudden everything was smoother then. Do you know what I mean? Yes, you've got to lose some money, you've got to pay that person.
Yeah, everything's a chain reaction though, isn't it?
But we're doing more orders overall because the quality is higher, so we're turning back. Whereas when I'm doing it all myself and the quality was starting to deteriorate, I was losing customers. So it's like you have to almost pay some money to make more.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You got to lose some to. But yeah, that's the one thing nobody told me, you can't do all alone.
Yeah.
And you want to, because your business is your baby, and you're like, nah, I don't want to share it. This is mine. You can't, bro. Like, it's impossible.
That's the thing, because you got so many sales. I rate the fact that you got that many sales that quick, but again, like, I can imagine how much the workload was, bro. Yeah. I can imagine what it was like at the start.
Like, my thing is risk taking. Like, that's the one thing I've got that separates me to a lot of people. I'll take the risk. You know what I mean? There's no guarantee. That I had no idea I'd even get a customer. Yeah. And we took out this expensive shop and this and that. It was making it work. As I said, the issue wasn't that we weren't making enough sales. It was just that overhead was just too high. So that was eating way too much into the profits. That's all it was. If I looked at the shop even now, if I could, but it was like I'm putting literally almost half our profits into the shop, which makes no sense. So I could downsize and we make more money. Yeah. With more money, we can do more things and scale faster.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those ones. But yeah, that risk taking. When it comes down to risk taking, I'll take
all day, every day.
Every day.
Nah, what's up, man? Really, dude. That's crazy, bro.
So is there an end goal for you?
What in what regard?
In terms of starting these businesses and making, money.
Yeah. So my end goal, I'm motivated by family a lot. So obviously, we're from the trenches, bro. Like, born in Borsley Green and then moved to Castlevale. Now, obviously, Castlevale's he's got better now. Obviously, you already know what it used to be.
Yeah, it used to be.
It was terrible, bro. Borsley Green back then was one of the worst areas in not even, bro, the West Midlands. Do you know what I mean? Like, one of the highest crime rates. Even now, still one of the highest. And it was there from 1994 when I was born to 2012 when we moved there. We moved to Castlevale. Yeah. And it was like, because I've seen my family struggle, and even now they're doing okay, but they're not anywhere near where they want to be. Like, that's what motivates me. And it was like, okay, cool, how can I feel like it's all up to me now, because what my family are, that's the one downside that it annoys me a little bit sometimes. They're very comfortable in the sense that there's not many risk takers in my family. So there's no millionaires in my family. There's probably no one's got 100 grand in my family. But like, there's no one in that wants to take a risk to change the norm. Everyone's okay, cool, you go to school, go uni, you get a job. But everyone's doing that and no one's rich. And not even rich, no one's wealthy. So it's like, okay, so we're doing everything your way, and no one can show me, okay, this is why you should do it this way. There's nobody can show me that. Like, there's people that they're paying their bills, they go on holidays maybe once, twice a year. Decent life, do you get what I'm saying? But that's not, I want more, do you know what I'm saying? I'm like, cool, how can I get a Lambo, how can I do these things, okay, you can't do that doing a normal job, do you get me? So I'm like, okay, cool, so what can I do then? Because even if you go and get a doctorate and you become a doctor, doctors don't even have Lambos, do you get me? So it's like, it's not
sure when you think about it.
Bro, doctors don't drive Lambos, bro. So it's like, you can't just, from a normal 9 to 5, go and get all these mansions and this and that. Because remember that life does exist. But in our head, it doesn't exist to us because it's not attainable. So I'm trying to make it attainable. So it's like, I'm thinking, okay, cool. If no one in my family is going to take that risk, I'll be the one to do it. And if the risk pays off, then everyone elevates.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I'm not just gonna. I'm not selfish. I couldn't just come up with myself. I'd make sure everyone around me comes up as well.
Yeah, of course.
My local friends, my family, you know, everyone that was there for man throughout the whole process, they'll, as I elevate, they'll elevate too. And I'm like, okay, cool. All it takes is one risk taker. Like, all it takes is one risk taker in a family for it to bang, and I think I'm that person. So I'm kind of putting the family on my back to try and say, cool, we're going to elevate us to a higher level now.
Yeah.
But whilst doing that, we're offering service to people that are actually helping people as well. Like, you know, we're not just one of them ones that are, we had a cigarette company, and we're actually like deteriorating the health of people, for example, and profiting that way.
Yeah.
We're actually offering a service that is beneficial. It's helping people.
No,
And it's like, one of the things I definitely want to do is give back. When I say give back, like, obviously even just from the business where it is at so far, we've had companies that are trying to put big money in so far and stuff. But the way that I wanted to do it, and the way I keep my leverage, is that if I went to these people with just the idea, they would be asking for like 60% of the business, because they're going to make the idea happen.
Yeah.
Whereas because I've already got my own prototypes, we've got our own vans. As I said to you, I spoke to you before, like I went to people individually and tried to build up the fleet that way. Because now when I speak to the investors now, because I've already got the vans and I've already got the app, we're launching this with or without your help.
Yeah.
But you will help us scale it faster. So I'm going in there, listen, I don't actually need you, but if I can have you, then it will help us speed things up. So it's like, I don't actually need them as much now, whereas if I didn't have that, and it was a drawing and a notebook, I need them to fund the whole thing.
The majority of the hard work you've done, bro.
All the hard work's done now, so it's like, okay, cool.
It's just the little bits now, if I'm
It's
in a
small
way of
bits.
saying about the business.
Yeah.
It's the little things that you've got to worry about now.
It's just the small bits now, but like, you know,